You may be someone who's interested in speaking and communication. You may be wondering, how can you take what you say and make it more dynamic, more engaging, more of something that people would not only listen to, but want to listen to? Well, today we're going to be taking a look at another exercise that you can do to practice to help make yourself and your speech a little bit more dynamic. And to guide you in this process, there is me. What's up, guys? My name is Jeff, and today we're going to be taking a look at another poem, this time by William Carlos Williams, titled Blizzard. And we're going to be doing some exercises to help you change an aspect of your speech that I commonly see being a difficulty with my communication students. And to join us in this process, once again, we have Gansham hanging out with us. What's up, Gansham?
I'm good.
Great. All right, so I'm going to pull up a text for us that we're going to be working with today. It's not the whole poem, it's just a short little section of the first stanza. Gansham, if you could do me a favor, take a look at this. We're going to be focusing on just 3 short lines. So everything from the word snow down to down. You take a moment just to kind of read this to yourself, and then whenever you're ready, if you can read it to me.
Snow, years of anger, following hours that float till down.
Okay.
Dawn,
And can you read that one more time for me?
snow, years of anger, following hours that float till dawn.
Great, thank
Down.
you. Okay. And what we're going to be practicing today is we're going to practice a transition that I call firmness and softness. Okay. And to talk a little bit about what firmness means, like if I talk like this is firm. This is a very firm manner of speech. And very often when people talk like this, you may feel some tension in your jaw. You may see like your face also kind of clenches a bit. You may see your eyebrows furrow and things like that. It's a very firm way of talking. And we use it a lot. And in fact, one of the things I see with a lot of people coming into English with firmness, if they speak other languages, is much of their speech tends to be firm, which is great, but it's not the only tool we have because we also have softness. So, for instance, the way I'm talking now, this is a little bit softer than where I was a moment ago. So, to compare, this is really firm. If I talk like this, it's very firm. This is soft. If I talk like this, it's a little bit soft. Gansham, can you hear a difference between those two?
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, so let's go back to our piece then. And I want you to read this again, and I want you to try to be extra firm. I want everything you say to be really, 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 really firm. Can you do that for me?
Snow, years of anger, following hours that float till down.
Okay, very great. I thought that sounded pretty firm. Let's not try the opposite. Gotcha. Can you try to read that soft for me?
Snow, years of anger, following hours that float till down.
It still feels. I could detect that that was softer than where we started, but it still sounds a little firm to me. Okay. One experiment that you can do if you're trying this and you're kind of ending up with a similar result is let's just try whispering. Like, got you. Got you. Can you like say it like this?
Snow, snow, years of anger, following hours that float till down.
I'm gonna pause you there because I'm still hearing there's still a bit of a firmness in your voice. It's still like snow, years of rain. Like it's still a little tight. Versus like a whisper. When you're doing like a full-on whisper, you're not going to get a whole lot of movement in your vocal cords. Okay, you really want to try to minimize that movement. So it's not like snow, years of anger. It's more like snow, years of anger, following hours. So when you do a full-on whisper, what's happening, you can even put your hand on your throat. So if you're whispering, if you put your hand on your throat and you whisper, what's going to happen is you're not going to feel any vibration anymore. There's no more vibration. So if I were to say like, "Hi, my name is Jeff. I'm a teacher." So even though I'm saying different sounds, all of the sounds Actually, I should say none of the sounds have any vibration through here if you're really doing a whisper. Okay. So you don't want to feel anything, any movement in your throat. You can keep your hand on your throat as you do it. I want you to try to do this again with a real whisper, no vibration, no vocalizing, okay?
Snow, snow, yes.
Do you feel the difference between what you did right there and the previous time?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I can feel any vibration in my throat.
Yeah, I like that second time a lot more. Okay. So I do want to be clear. Softness does not mean whisper. They are connected, but they're not exactly the same thing. Whispering is more volume. You're taking away all the volume. Softness is more about taking away some of that harshness and firmness of the sound. Okay. So something I want to try to do, a little exercise that you guys can do to practice transitioning from firm sounds to softer sounds, is we're going to try to start firm and then gradually soften. Now you can do this with individual sounds. Okay, so Ganchium, let's just practice a couple different sounds first. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to start off maybe with just an ah sound. So I want you to say ah firm for me, just like ah. Can you do that?
Ah,
Okay, great. And now let's try doing that ah sound just as a pure whisper. You just do like ah. Okay. So now our goal is we have our two end posts. We have that firm one and we have that soft one. What I want to try to do is I want to try to stretch from firm into soft. So could you like ah,
ah,
that stayed firm the entire time. It never went soft. You want to end with that kind of like that whispering sound. Okay? So again, ah.
ah.
Still not hearing the whisper. It stays firm the entire time. I'm hearing the vibration there. I don't want to hear it. Ah.
Ah, ah,
Now, there's a couple possibilities. The first possibility here is that, because I'm not hearing it, I'll be honest. The first possibility is that you're not doing it and we're just staying firm the entire time. So that's a possibility. Second possibility, too, sometimes because we're doing this class online, so there is the possibility that the audio is getting ducked or the audio is getting removed because it doesn't hear the sound the same way, so it just stops it. So it's very possible that you're doing it correctly, but it's just not coming through the system. Okay, so when you guys are practicing these sorts of exercises, you're going to have to be the best gauge of if it's happening or not. I would encourage you to record yourself, for instance, on your phone, or if you have a separate recording device, I would definitely try to use that because that's going
yeah,
to be
I haven't taken my earbuds right now. I'm just talking you without headphone.
got you. Okay,
That,
so
yeah.
so again, it could be something on the systems end, or it could be something that again, if you're doing it yourself, you'll have to pay attention to that. Okay, but that's something that you'll want to experiment with. Just trying to go from a firm sound to a soft sound. So like ah, you can also do it the
Uh,
opposite way as well. Okay, so the opposite of that would be starting from a soft sound and then going firm. It's like ah, ah. Take this then to our text level here. Okay. So what I'd like to do is let's start off just with a transition from firm to soft. And it's just very gradual. Okay, so I'll give you an example. So we're going to start this whole little section real firm and then gradually get softer, 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 softer. Softer. Okay, so give you an example of this. So like snow, years of anger following hours that flow idly down. I'll do that one more time. Snow, years of anger following hours that flow idly down. Can you try doing that for me?
Snow, years of mango falling. Oh, that's perfect.
Can you do that one more time?
Snow, years of mango falling. Oh, that perfect. Yeah.
Okay. We can also do the opposite as well. So we can start soft and then gradually get firmer, firmer, firmer. It's like snow, years of anger following hours that flow idly down. Can you try that?
Snow, snow, years of mango falling. Oh, that falling down.
Okay, so that's another little exercise that you can do. So we did it with individual sounds. We did it with longer sections of speech. The final little exercise that I wanted to do with you is on an individual word level. Okay, so what I want to do, I want to say each word starting firm and then going soft. And then the next word starting firm, then going soft. Then the next word starting firm and going soft. And the reason we're going to do this is because, in fact, I just did it on the word, because when we hear people talk in English, especially like American English, what we often hear is that words start firm and they often end soft, especially if the final syllable is not stressed. So this sort of movement is extremely common in American English. So we want to make sure that we're able to get it in our own speech. Okay, so to give you an example, I'm going to say each word starting firm, then transitioning soft. Okay. Snow, years of anger, following hours that flow idly down. Okay, I'll do that one more time again, starting firm, then going soft. Snow, years of anger, following hours that flow idly down. Okay, can you try doing that for me?
Snow, tears of anger, following out that flows idly down.
Okay, so I'll be honest, those were all pretty firm. I didn't hear that full transition to the softness at the end. Okay, so I want you to try it one more time, okay? So again, starting real firm, then going soft.
Snow, tears of anger, falling out that flows idly down.
Yeah. I'll be honest, I'm still hearing quite a bit of firmness at the end of these. So there's a difference between doing like snow and snow. Okay, one thing
Snow,
that, as you practice this too, one thing that may help is making the words a little bit longer. So instead of doing like snow, because that's a little bit fast, you do like snow.
snow,
Okay, and once more, you'll be the best gauge because again, just doing this online and technology and things like that, it may cut off some things. So you'll be the best gauge if you're doing this successfully or not. But again, trying to transition from firm to soft, one way again you can track it is putting your hand right around your vocal cords. And you want to, by the time you're at the end of the word, not really have much movement here. It's like snow, snow. And I'm not feeling
snow.
anything at the end. All right. Gansham, any questions for me about this concept of firmness and softness?
Yeah, when I start read from the the word I can't hear any kind of vibration in my throat. But my voice little firm. That's the reason you can't hear the difference, and I can't use the headphone. And, little windy outside. That's the reason you can't hear the difference.
Hmm. Yeah, the tech, again, the tech can certainly be a factor with this. Okay, so that's why, again, as you guys are practicing these exercises, you're going to be the best gauge. You'll have to kind of track for yourself. But these are some little exercises. If you're able to get comfortable with this is certainly a technique that when you start listening for it in native speaker speech, you're going to hear it all the time. In fact, I just did it in a lot of what I said right there as well. All right, Ganchims, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Cool. All right, man. I will see you later. You take care. And everyone else, thanks for hanging out with us as well. I will see you guys later as well. We'll have another episode of The Express next week on Thursday, right around 10:30 a.m. New York. I hope you guys have a good day, have a good night, and a good afternoon. We'll take care.